just the topic of this Lunch and Learn, we will be covering pretty much everything involving the borrower application process. So we'll be showing you different ways of adding leads into the system. I'll be going over the applications process start to finish. We'll be going over, how to set up a pre-approval. So just a couple things that we'll be going over today. So to get started, I want to show you guys just the easiest way to add a lead into our system. So at the top of our MloFlo screen, you can see here there's a plus sign. Now all you need to do is add borrower. So pretty much wherever you are in our platform, that plus sign is going to be at the top. So say you're in the marketing campaign, you're in a dialer, you want to add a quick lead, that's where you're going to go to add that borrower name into our system. So you can see here, if you already have that 3.45, you can upload it there, or you can just go in here and fill out that information. Right. So once you get that information filled out, do you want to send an invite? Toggle at the bottom, you're going to click on yes. So that lead gets that application link. And then at the bottom where it says, do you require the borrower to complete the application? For this example, you're going to click yes, so that they can complete that. So they're able to go in there and complete that borrower application process. So I'm going to press create. Now that new lead should be getting an email with to start that borrower application process. Now, talking about sending out different invites, I do want to show you guys our link section. Now, this is where you are going to go to create those specific borrower application links. You can create them for as many different scenarios as possible. So you can create links for, each individual partner. So every partner has their own unique co-branded link. You can create links for your website. You can create them for email signatures. So just want to create a new link just so I can show you guys a quick example. So I'm going to create a link for that for a partner, or we're just going to create a link for a just a borrower. So now if you wanted to attach that application link to a specific partner, this is where you'd go to click on partner. You can scroll down, pick on the partner that you'd like to attach that link to, or you can go in here and add a new partner. There's also an option to tie that link to somebody on your team. So every time that specific borrower goes in there, your team member will be able to see that new lead in their pipeline. But for this example, I'm just going to create just a simple borrower application link. Now you can see here on the top where it's created. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. Just copy and paste it in a new browser. So you can see here, it will have your company logo on the top of right here where it says MloFlo for us, and then it will show the contact for the loan officer. And then this is where they'll go to fill out their information to start that borrower application process. Now, I created a link here for a specific partner. I want to show you what that looks like as well, just so you can see the co-branded experience for that loan officer and that partner. You can see, so say the borrower is starting their application, they're coming in here to start the application. You can see that they have the contact information for both the loan officer and for that realtor. Now, like I said, you can also create a link for your email signature. So you can create a separate one for that. So whenever that borrower goes, gets an email from you, they see apply now, that apply now link will go straight to our MloFlo website, so they can start that application. And one of the reasons why you create all those different links, you can see here on the top how we have different these columns at the top, so you can see how many times a specific link has been used, the last time it's been clicked on, the amount of loans that have been created from that link, the last loan that was created on. So a lot of fun things that you can see in this link section whenever you create new links. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate over to our pipeline. I want to show you guys how to add we're going to use our MLO money button to add a new lead into the system that way as well. So I'm going to show you guys just all the different ways you can add leads so you can send out those bar application links. So here you can see I'm going to go onto the right hand side. You see this little MloFlo money button on the right. I'm going to underneath action, the green little money sign. I'm going to click on that. And now you can, whenever, say you're on the phone with, Jordan, which is me, but say you're on the phone with Jordan and you're like, hey, Jordan, you got any referrals for me? Jordan's like, yeah, absolutely. So you're going to go over to that MLO money sign. You're going to click on yes. So you can see here that give me one. Click on the right person. So you can see here, Jordan is the refer. So you can go down here and, type in that new referral that Jordan has sent to you. So you would fill that information out here on the bottom. And then once you press save, now that new lead is going to be added to your pipeline as well as a new contact. Now, a good thing about the MLO money sign is just it's always a constant reminder to ask for referrals. You always want, it's a good thing just to always ask for new business. So you can see here we have it on the right hand side, but we also have it at the top of the screen. So at the top of the screen, it just doesn't tie anybody to the referred by. So you'd go in there and fill out both of those sections. But the good thing about using it in through your pipeline is whenever you click on a specific name, that name will be automatically filled out at the top. Okay, now that I showed you how to add a lead using our MLO money button, I'm going to navigate over to our VIP partner section because I'm going to show you guys how to add a lead to a specific VIP partner. Just a different way to adding a lead into our system. So you can see here we're in this VIP partner profile. Now I'm going to go navigate to the bottom side. You can also see our MLO money button is kind of everywhere. So just another way you can add a referral is straight through here, that partner profile. But back to leads. So you see this button on the bottom that says send lead. You're going to click on that, and this is where you're going to fill out that new lead information. You can see that partner name is already attached. And then you'd go to the bottom. Do you want to send an invite? That's where you're going to click yes. So whenever you add that new lead in there, that they're going to get that an email to start a bar application. And then you press send. So at the bottom is where you would see down here. That's where you'd see that new lead in there. So now that lead is now tied to that VIP partner. Okay. So next thing I want to show you guys is how to start with the bar application process, start to finish. Now I'm going to use that test bar that I just created. or I created in here. Easy way to kind of look for those emails, those activation emails, is in your recent activity. So that's what I am doing. So I'm going to go into the activation email that I got whenever I created that new lead, and I'm going to start the bar application process. So I'm going to come in here and fill out my information. Accept the terms of services. Now you can they can opt in or opt out to receive text messages. I'm just going to opt out for this example. So I'm going to sign in, and then I'm going to put in my code real quick. Okay. Now you can see here, this is the landing page whenever they start that bar application process. So how many bars will fill this application? I'm just going to do one. What type of home loan are you looking for? Let's do purchase. Type of property you're looking for. You can see we have different types of properties: single family, condo, townhouse, multifamily, and manufactured. Do single family. You have the different, the type of occupancy. So primary, secondary, investment property. Let's do primary. Have you found this property? Nope, I haven't found it yet. What's the estimated purchase price? Let's say 400,000. How much are you putting down? Let's do 5%. So you can see here, we're going to just fill out all the necessary information. You can see here, if you toggle on and off on certain features, so I say I don't have any dependents, but I, say I do, you'll fill out, 2 and their different ages. Okay, so you can see, you can fill out your current address, form address. You can choose it so your mailing address is the same as your current. You have our multi-service option. So it's a good example. So you can actually see if I don't select different, fill in specific drop downs or sections, it will yell at you. So it's just a good way for to know that the bar is filling out everything fully completed. Okay. Perfect. So now we're on to employment. Just kind of want to go over the different statuses. So we have employed. So you put the, the current employed, the employer, the business name. We have self-employed. You can see here, you can have an option for retired or not employed. For kind of just want to go over self-employed, you can fill out their information at the bottom. You can select what kind of ownership that you have. And then depending on what you choose here, it determines what kind of documents are going to be requested for that borrower. So you can see here, if I say I pick, select, Schedule C, then it's going to, our system is smart, will ask just what documents are needed for Schedule C. You can see, do you also receive W-2 income from your employer? You can click yes or no. Ownership share, you can see how you can toggle if you own less than 25% or more than 25%, and that will also change what documents are being requested. And then you can add, you can put if you have any additional employment or self-employment status. For example, so say you put that they're retired, you can actually go in and add specific documents afterwards. So it will, whenever you select retired, the system will automatically ask for certain things, but you can go in after and I'll show you, and you can add documents after the point. So you can see here, we have an option below to add additional employment. Okay, here you can see is where we're going to add that income. So making the big bucks. You can add if you would have additional income. Say you want to add, you can see all the different options here. Say I want to add that I have, child support that I'm getting, say like $5,000 per month. Perfect. Just kind of want to show you guys, maybe, let's say that we're having disability. Next. You can see here, this is where you're going to add those assets. Now, if you want to, you don't have to add additional assets. All you need to do is press this does not apply. And then that will prompt, then that will get rid of having to add additional assets in here. So I can completely get rid of assets if I want, but you can go in here and add, what kind of counts, retirement, gift, whatnot. So but for this example, I'm just going to put does not apply. Real estate, you can add what real estate that you own. So you can see here, I've already included that I have another property since I used to own, or I added previously, I had a different other property. You can add, if there's any outstanding loans on it, but we're going to say does not apply just for this example. You can go in here and add the demographic. Now, something that we have in here, you see, if I scroll down, usually everything is selected by no. You guys are used to seeing everything being selected as no, but we do it so that that borrower goes in here and is forced to choose a yes or no option. Just because it gives them that due diligence instead of just kind of going in and pressing no for everything, and it already being no. They have to go in and read the question, answer yes or no. I'm gonna say that I'm foreclosed in the past 7 years. You can see here, if I clicked yes on have you declared bankruptcy within the past 7 years, another option does appear. So you can choose what kind of chapter they filed for. So yeah, now we're here on the disclosures here. So you can see how if I press yes, it's fine. But if I unclick yes, it's it forces them to go in there and agree with those, or, to click on yes. So we're going to press next. And now we have completed our borrower application process. So you can see here, based off of the questions that I answered when I completed my application is what is going to show here. Now I know I said that you can add if you don't see, like, say I answered a question, but you want to add a document in here, you'd click on this plus document button, and you'd go and type in what kind of, specific document you want in their list, the category. You choose the borrower, say you want to choose it just for the co-borrower, not the borrower, vice versa. And then you press submit and you'd see it in here. You can see where they go in and upload, or to view the document or to upload a document. So this is, and because this is what it looks like for the borrower on their end. So they can see their overview. Oh, let me 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, I'm just going to go over what the borrower sees on their side, so they can see their overview. They can go through their application, edit anything that's needed. Their employment income, if anything's changed, assets, they can go in there and put, edit it. Loan quote, this is where it show once the loan officer goes in there and completes a loan quote or the pre-approval. So now that I showed you what it shows on the borrower end, let's go back to that loan officer. Now, I do want to show you guys, so this is a feature that is actually coming out in the future, but I want to show you, just kind of show you guys in our staging environment. So right now we're in the dark mode, but I kind of want to give you guys a little sneak peek of what it will look like in our light mode. So bear with me, it's going to be a little lighter. So here's what our MloFlo will look like in light mode. So we are going to go back.
Did I miss when you said when that white background is going to be available?
Yeah, so Derek or Adam, they will probably be able to give you a better timeline of when that is going to be released.
Yeah, we're just finalizing the final colors. We still have some like gradients and stuff that we're just working through, but as you can see, it's pretty much finalized, but we're just working on a few of the color schemes just to make the schemes a little clearer. But so we're hoping within the next say month or so.
It's so much nicer looking. It makes you not feel like you're going to have a seizure looking at the pure black background.
Yeah, it's funny because some people love the black, some people love the white. So it's and I'm the same way. I like using some applications in the light mode and some in the dark mode, just depending. And some people hate the light mode in our system when we show it. They want the dark and vice versa. So we're trying to please everybody. So that will be available very soon, as you can see.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back into that bar that I created. We're going to go in and I want to show you actually just how to set up the parameters for a pre-approval, so that you, or say your realtor wants to make that, send out a pre-approval on the fly. So we're going to come in here and set a pre-approval up. Now you can see here, you can either do, you can do a basic pre-approval, or we do have our advanced options. Now you can either choose it for the realtor be able to see it, or the borrower. Loan product, let's do conventional. Property type, you can just see here, you know, just different things you can fill out for that pre-approval.
Jordan, does that automate pre-approval? Is that, can the borrower still see it, but not kind of like the old stead key where the borrower could still put numbers in, but not actually print it, or does it make it invisible to them?
They can see it to run scenarios. They can't print out the pre-approval, just same as that key.
Perfect. Thanks.
Well,
Fill all this stuff out here real quick. So yeah, you can see, you can come in here and create pre-approvals for, you know, different programs, you know, property types. It's pretty user friendly. You can see, you know, filling out everything. You can choose by either percentage or, you know, monthly payments. You can, you know, choose the different verifications. This is where you choose the templates that these are going to be our templates, and I can show you them actually here after. You can either use one of ours for the 4 that we have in there, or you can upload your own custom template. So now that I got that created, I'm going to go back to the listing, and we're going to, this is where you're going to go to kind of have that realtor fill out the information to see, let's say, you know, we're trying to buy a house for $300,000 down payment. So you can see here right away, actually, because it's dollars then, that when you say, you know, they have a 3% down payment, the system is yelling at me because, you know, the down payment of $9,000 is less than the minimum down payment. So it's set up so that if you put a specific number in, it'll yell at you, so you don't proceed, because then it's not following. You don't want to give a pre-approval to a borrower that's not going to follow how much their, you know, max monthly payment is, or, you know, how much they want to spend per month. Go back real quick and see, edit it real quick. And just want to go over, so you see here we also do have a toggle. So if you would, if you want to show the display the interest rate, you can toggle on yes, or you can keep the toggle on no.
and that'll display on your pre-approval letter.
Perfect. Okay, so now you can see here, let's, you know, 2% down payment, taxes $100, insurance 100, or you can add HOA in here. You can toggle it on, you know, per month or per year. These, let's do per year or per month. So after filling out the down payment and the monthly taxes, insurance, and HOA, so you can see this is going to be that estimated monthly payment that you can now send to that realtor, and bar breaks down, you know, exactly the different what makes up that monthly payment. And then you go here and press generate approval certificate. So you can see this is that certificate that you can save and send to that, the realtor can save and send to the borrower. You can save and download, or here you can save and send an email. Here it would show, you know, once you, since this is in our staging environment, but it would show your logo on your end. And then if you had that wet signature in there, it would show that wet signature at the bottom. So that is just kind of the basics of setting up the parameters for pre-approval. So that is it, guys. I do want to quickly go over just a couple of our new features that will be showing up in MloFlo here shortly on I think on the 4th of July. So this Saturday, nope, next Tuesday. The couple fun things that we are going to have released. I don't know why I say fun, but fun for you guys. But in the marketing campaign, whenever you are you want to go in there and make any edits, before you would have to turn off that marketing campaign to make any edits, and then you would have to turn it back on. This new release will allow it so that you can go in there and edit that campaign when it's live, when that campaign is live. So you don't have to turn off that campaign anymore to edit it. So that will allow you guys to not have, it'll be super helpful if you want to go in there and, make a quick edit to like a body of an email, or you want to add more days, add a couple steps, say you want to add another text, add a text besides with an email going out. So just something that will be released on the 4th. And then another thing that will be released here soon as well is that, so now when you're doing campaigns, campaigns are based off specific statuses. Say you want to send out, a campaign with a pre-approval, for pre-approval, everyone that's pre-approved and looking, you want to send out campaigns to everybody that's in the new status. This new release will allow you to make campaigns off of a specific source. So say you have, all your sources that you got from open houses, or, from Facebook. You can create a specific campaign to send out to everybody that you got received as a source from Facebook, or say you got them from, your website, or, however you created your sources. That is something that you will be able to see as well here shortly. And then just another thing I do want to cover that is going to be released is when you have a campaign in here, let's go here. Say you have a campaign that is, 16 days or, 16 weeks, however it's set up. Once that campaign, usually how it is now, once that campaign is over, there's no like restarting that campaign. But with that new release, it will, after day 16, we're on that final step, that we will be able to choose if you want that campaign to restart. So after day 16, it'll go back all the way to day 1. So it's kind of, they'll get that campaign over, over again, starting from day 1. Now, like I said, that'll be something that is not, you can toggle if you would like to have that as an option or not. So just a couple things that we have coming